As we mentioned, though, the infrastructure vote was a little bit of a win for the administration, but the Build Back Better plan, it is still up in the air. So to weigh in, let's bring in Tennessee Congressman Tim Burchett, who is on the House Committee on Transportation and Infrastructure. Congressman, thanks for joining us. You did vote no. You're on the committee of jurisdiction, right? This is what I think I want to make sure I understand, and I think viewers do. Did you and any Republican have any hand in crafting the bill? Meaning, did the Democrats want your input? Did you guys have a chance to get your priorities, or was this just a partisan activity by them?
100% partisan. They didn't consult with us. I'm on the Transportation Committee. As a matter of fact, I remember somebody asked Steny Hoyer, who's the number 2 person, what was going on, and he didn't even know. So, Pelosi's running the show, her and some lobbyists in the back room. You know what's going on. I know what's going on. The Democrats knew it was going on. They were frustrated. They want this thing out of the way as fast as possible. It's like an old blacksmith gets a hot horseshoe in his hand, and he says, "Dadgum, man, I got to turn loose of this thing." And they knew they had to get it. But she called for a vote. It started August 25th. I remember that because that was my birthday. And then, every week she'd say, "We're going to have a vote. We're going to have a vote." I mean, and then she summoned Biden to the White House twice. He stumbled around over there looking for the soft serve ice cream machine. He didn't find it. He contradicted everything she said. He got back in the limo. She went to Europe twice. He went back wherever he went. And then, they didn't know they had the votes till about 12:40.
Did anyone on your committee, did a single Republican on the committee vote in favor of this?
Not that I know of. No, not in committee. Absolutely not. But then on the floor, of course, we lost a few. We lost 13, of course.
I want to ask you about those 13 because many are saying that they gave Biden a win. They just handed it to him after Tuesday's, huge defeat of Democrats with the GOP win. Do you agree that this handed Biden a win, these 13 Republicans?
Yeah, I mean, he got it. He won it. They're trying to compare it, saying that Trump tried to do it and he couldn't. But Trump, it would have been 100% infrastructure. This thing was about 23 to 30%, however you want to figure it. Traditional, what you'd call traditional infrastructure. I mean, there was so much liberal garbage in there. Windmills, they're just Cuisinart for big birds. I mean, there's $89 billion for mass public transit. All this was all for big cities. Up north, all the red states got it. That's why you see primarily, except for maybe 1 or 2 of the 13 Republicans that crossed over and voted for it, are all Northerners. And it didn't have anything to do with anybody else but the big cities. And the weird thing is they're all moving to Tennessee. It used to be I was the only person around that didn't have an accent. Now I've got all these people that talk like y'all do up there. So Tennessee is rapidly becoming the state of destination for all the good taxpayers of New York and those other places.
Well, as I said a moment ago, the part that the Dems and the left really, really wants is that Build Back Better part, the social spending. And the Biden promised them, okay, we didn't do the, we did the infrastructure piece first, the harder infrastructure piece, and now we're going to do this. But I think the interesting thing is the polling shows that only 1 in 4 Americans believe that this will benefit their family in any way. And Biden says that he has the votes to pass it. So give me the lay of the land as to where you see this piece of it.
You're cutting out on me. You're talking about the new piece that's coming out or the piece that we just voted on?
No, the next piece, the soft, whatever, the social.
I mean, good gosh, what do you got in there? I haven't had one person come. Maybe they call you up there saying we need $80 billion for 87,000 more IRS agents. I mean, good gosh. It's unbelievable, all the stuff that's in there. They jammed it through the committee. They don't want a CBO score, obviously. They don't want to know how much is in there. They don't want us to know. $700,000 fines for people that don't follow the COVID directory, which is about 800 pages. Electricity is going to be up 30% with these things, with the fines and everything else and the new regulations. It is just crazy. And the point needs to be made. The reason they're jacking up the price of fuel and everything, because they want us off of it. They close these pipelines down because they want to push these electric cars. The only way they're affordable right now is to ruin the price of gasoline, which they're doing a pretty good job of it. Electric cars. Every time I see an electric car going down the road, I want to go pull 25% of it off because that's what your tax dollars have already subsidized. It's ridiculous. And they're not saving the environment because they're running those things in Tennessee. Electricity, 40% of it's done by coal. So, and now they're trying to trash nuclear energy. So where are we going to go? We're getting ready to turn into a bad winter. The price of propane, they've screwed with it too. They're going to the fees for it are going through the roof.
Well, it's interesting. You bring a very interesting perspective to this, Congressman. Thank you very much for joining us. I look forward to having you back soon.
Lyndsay, Sean, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.